going to the local nursing home, actually. That's the place that I would usually sit to write, at least when I started doing my bachelor's, because I had worked there previously. So I knew all the colleagues, I knew very well of the patients there. And you might think it's kind of weird to be in a nursing home to sit, right? To sit and write and do do your paper there. But to be honest, it's dead quiet there, of course, seeing all colleagues, right? So people are friendly, people are good, right? So it was the right environment for me, at very least. Usually the elderly people will come to me, right? Because I was the only youth there. So they were quite curious about why I was here, and they would ask me things, and we would talk about anything really. The environment there was quite nice. One day, suddenly it was just me and my previous head manager headed over to me and just sit across the table that I was sitting. And I could tell for a fact she was not there to be very friendly, but she got this very stern, very starey expression. No like smiling, not anything, right? Was not greeting me at all. And she was quite confronting about exactly why I'm here, what I'm doing here, and everything, right? And remember, I had previously worked there, right? But she did not even recognize me from the start, right? I had to introduce myself, and I worked there for several months. So I had to remind her that, yes, I used to work here. According to her, I was just causing problems by sitting in the cafeteria, which I thought it was really a bluff, right? Couldn't possibly have done that, because I'm just sitting in peace, in quiet, not doing anything, and not bothering anyone. But it was quite clearly that she was not being there to be friendly, and the sole reason for confronting me it was to kick me out, and I just complied with it, right? I just don't want to be in this social toxic environment, right? She just left and basically told me that you're not welcome here, you are not to step as I step into this building again, right? You may finish your papers, but after that you're gone, you're out of here. I just packed my bags, got up and left, right? And I just pledged to myself that I'm not never stepping foot into that building again, right? Because I was working there. I was working there 9 to 5 and sacrificing my time, my energy in an occupation that I wasn't really feeling, right? I did that and then finishing my bachelor elsewhere. The impression that I got was, even though I had worked there and sacrificed a lot, I was still not friendly, right? She was still not friendly to me and did not respect me at all. That's simply some of the experiences that I had in nursing, right? I have had during my time on my bachelor's, I have been to 9 different locations, right? So I had worked 9 different places, all ranging from nursing home to home care, everything like that, right? All of those places, I could not tell a single person that was more friendly to me at all. You were just a colleague, you were replaceable, you were just an asset, right? And as long as I kept serving that role, they would just treat me all like neutral. As soon as my purpose had been over there, they would just not greet me at all, they would not treat me nice at all. That's kind of the idea that I've had in different workplaces. This video is for the people who are on the fences and discussing with themselves whether they want to quit their 9 to 5 and start their own business, or whether they should just stick to their old jobs, right? Chances are, if you are watching this type of video, right, you are already not really satisfied with the work you do. You may not have landed and quite stuck with one profession, right? You kind of just jumped from workplace to workplace, try to figure it out, try to learn, try many different ideas, right? But nothing really seems to stick and really seems to work. What I'm trying to get out of this video is trying to get across 2 points that are simpler, that I have simply experienced myself, and maybe you can try to relate to that. First of all, I want you to think about the reason why you want to quit, right? What exactly are the conditions on your workplace? Why exactly do you want to get out? Is it to get more freedom, trying to get more goals, trying to be more on your self-improvement path and trying out different things? It could just be as simple as you are just a man that I want to try and be more successful, right? You want to be helpful, you want to help a community, right? But you don't want to be a little bitch about it, right? You don't want to take orders, you don't want to comply to shitty behavior from everyone, and you don't want to comply to just boring, mundane tasks. You want to lead, you want to pursue, you want to be around better people, you want to select your own group of people that you want to work with. These feelings that arises inside of you, they're not very unique. These feelings that I just described, it's very common for people to experience, but it's quite different how you react upon it, right? Maybe you just follow up and try to pursue other things, but sometimes these feelings just get neglected, right? You just want to stick around in the same workplace. So that's just one thing I want to address. The second thing, you find it too risky to be judged by other people, or you just find it risky employment and getting paid and everything like that. So about it being risky and being employment. Have you realized just how many people have been laid off? Like the unemployment rate for the last years? Like people are just losing jobs altogether. And these are just good people, good women, good men, just simply losing their jobs because their business just told them that we don't really need you here. We need to save up cash, and we just decided that you are not important enough to keep for our benefits. Just because you have a 9 to 5 and just have a work shift and you have hours to work, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's risk-free. It's very clear from the unemployment rate that people are just getting fired from left to right. So if you're just going to play a risky part anyways, why not just go all overboard as well, right? Just being self-employed is not, it might seem a bit more risky, but just about how much, right? If you have the resources to start, then it shouldn't really be a problem. And just to double down on that, most families in economics and everything, most families don't even have money and resources to cough up accidental bills. But if you just got a very expensive car bill and an injury, something just unlucky struck, right? Most people can't really afford it. So you're just being in this constant loop of working, hoping not to get laid off, or hoping that something unfortunate that should not happen. And you're just praying that nothing bad really happens alongside the other responsibilities that you have. Just the fear of uncertainty. It's not simply just not going to go away by waiting for an opportunity to start. Of course, nobody knows the future. Nobody knows about that. And just waiting for the opportunity to come, it's not going to serve you well. You maybe get a better opportunity later in life that you first off don't really know when it's going to come. Of course, when the opportunity shows up, I believe that simply you're not going to take it. And I certainly won't have to, because you're just waiting for this opportunity, not getting better, not getting sharper, not getting enough practice to seize the opportunity. But it will just fly by you because you just believe it's too risky to grasp it. Much like myself and other men around me, I would just feel it's a really big shame and inspire men who's trying to do their best and trying to fulfill a role, fulfill a goal, fulfill really important things in his life. Just imagine how much better your life could be if you just took the opportunities that you have in front of you and start to service these problems. Much like myself, I'm really guilty of this, right? I don't record every day, some day just passes, and sometimes I'm on the ground, but we're working on it, right? We're working on it. It doesn't have to be perfect, but you have to start doing it. If you're being judged, I just want you to imagine this. Please close your eyes for me. Imagine that your closest circle around you, family, might be friends. If I ask you this, exactly how many of these people do you believe really fully care about you? I'm not just trying to be rude here, but if you have this family group that you're just in, how many of them do you really think are really connected to you? And they might, of course, say that they care about you and everything, but does it really feel like it? At least from my experience, people either in the workplace, either in its friend group or its family, you are alone. So I would just feel that many people just treat you neutral, and some even wish upon your downfall. They don't want to see you thrive at all. If you're much like me, right, you don't even have their respect right now either. At least for my case, my indecisiveness and not really keeping my promises, that just screws me over, right? So they don't respect me now, and I don't think if I just keep on these bad habits, and if you did as well, I don't think they're just going to respect you more either. So who cares, right? They're not going to respect you either way. I believe the reason why people in your life, much like myself, don't respect you is because simply you have nothing to show. And that can be accomplished by following your goals, following your dreams fully, instead of being in this 9 to 5 that you're not really feeling. Because I really tried different workplaces, not being able to stick, not being able to land. So the judgment from other people, I just want to tell that their judgment, their looks, their attitudes towards you, they're not worth over your goals. It's not worth over your own happiness. Simply being in this fear of judgment and you're just being in this comfort zone. It sucks, really. It's like being in the trenches. It just feels nasty being controlled by other people and always trying to fit in with this group that don't really care about you in the first place. The earlier that you experience this and the earlier you get exposed to this kind of feeling and just question their action, the better. Because I've certainly left too many years of my life just being in constant fear about what other things, and I just had to follow their steps, right? But it just doesn't work because it's not your plan. It's theirs, so it doesn't work either way. If you're really fortunate, you might even experience that these people that you honestly thought were your friends, and you might even experience that they're not there for you at all. They just simply ignore you, and you attract better people to be around. So just trying to impress them to begin with wasn't really the goal. The lesson of this story and lesson of the things I've just been talking about, I'm not here to gaslight you, right? I'm not here to get you sort of this ego boost. I don't want you to be alone, right? But I just simply will not tolerate people with great ambition, great goals, great character, not follow up on their dreams and just fading away in a modern society. I just want myself and my community as well to build upon strength, build upon community, build about being better men in this modern society. That's simply my mission, and I want you to be a part of that journey as well. I will try to set up a Discord community, and you may join it when I'm finally done with it. And if you're interested in joining my movement, you can go into the description below and click on that Discord link right now, and I'll see you there. Stay strong and work on.